And so I got there, man. I was determined to just build a life for myself. I didn't know how. I didn't know what to do. You know, when I got locked up, all my clothes and everything, you know, everybody, all my drug addict friends just pretty much didn't think I was ever getting out. All my clothes was gone. I didn't have no clothes. I didn't have nothing. So I did my first 45 days of primary where you can't go nowhere. And then after that, they move you to a secondary housing where you can get a job and work because you got to pay rent. So I got clothes out of the indigent closet. I didn't have no clothes. I had to get clothes out of the indigent closet so I can get me a job and go to work. But I was bound and determined to leave that life behind me. You know, that rehab I was in, there was people smoking crack every day. There was people coming in drunk all the time. You name it, man, because we had freedom. You know, we were right there on Raymond Road, right here in South Jackson. And I didn't allow none of them people to deter me. You know, if you smoking crack, you know, I wasn't nice about it. You know what I mean? I said, you stay away from me, or we're gonna have problems. Don't even talk to me. I don't want nothing to do with y'all. Y'all do y'all's thing. I'm doing mine. I'm serious about mine. So I stayed there. Got out of primary. When I got into secondary, I needed a job. So my sister brought me a cell phone. So I got on a cell phone and I logged into my little Facebook account. And I got on and said, anybody that can help me get a job. I don't care what it is. I can swing a hammer. I can do whatever. And a buddy of mine commented on it and sent me a number. I called him. He told me these two guys named James and Butch that are doing this big job over on Woodrow Wilson, turning Tony's Tamales into a KFC. He said, I know they'll work you, man, so just call them. So I called them, and I told him, I said, man, I want a job. I said, I got to be real with you. I'm in rehab. I said, but I'm trying to do right, man. I just need a job. He said, he asked me what I wanted to start at. I told him, just give me $10 an hour, man, and then pay me what I'm worth. He said, all right. So I went to work with him. The first week I went to work with him, a van was taking me and dropping me off and picking me up. That first week, he gave me $11 an hour, and then that Friday came, and I found out the van wasn't doing that route no more. So I had to tell him, I said, man, I hate to even say this, thank you for giving me the job, but I'm not going to have no ride to get here anymore. The van ain't making this route anymore. They said, don't worry about that. We'll come get you. So these dudes picked me up and took me home every day for the next 7 months in that rehab. The first week, he paid me $11 an hour. Second week, he gave me $12 an hour. A few months later, he gave me $15 an hour. And it was just steady, steady, steady. I worked. And we had jobs at nighttime to do, and they needed somebody to do them. I said, I'm your man. I work all day, get off about 2 o'clock. The rehab that I was in, I was like literally the golden child. I was the manager over everything. You know, they didn't let people in the rehab work late night, but they let me because they knew I was serious. They knew I wasn't messing up. You know what I mean? So I would work till about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, come home, take me about a 3 or 4 hour nap if I could. Usually couldn't sleep. Then at 6 o'clock, my buddy picked me up that I work with, and we'd go to Bumpers on Terry Road down here when they close, and we'd jackhammer all the sewer lines up through the building and fix sewer lines and have concrete back down with tape around it and stuff so they could open for business the next day. So we was working all night. And I'd go home, get back to the rehab, take me a few hour nap, and then work some during the daytime. I proved myself important to that company, is what I did.